Good afternoon. This is Brett Hayworth for Siouxland Public Media News. Officials in the Iowa Great Lakes area are keeping a close eye on high water levels. Michael Arrett is Emergency Management Coordinator for Dickinson County Emergency Management. He says Big Spirit and East and West Lake Okoboji are 6 inches away from seeing a 5-mile-per-hour limit for boating speeds.
With the continued rain we've had over the last several weeks, the river levels and lake levels have come up significantly from where we started in the spring. Like a lot of the state, we went from drought to flood in a matter of a couple weeks.
Arrett says high water can impact the shoreline and damage property, dock, and boat hoists. The DNR restricts boaters from causing a wake 300 feet from the shore, but Arrett suggests they stay even further away until lake levels start falling. He is thankful the current forecast calls for dry conditions for the next week to allow levels to stabilize. In other precipitation-related news, after historic rains this May, Iowa farmers are not only behind on planting, but could see their planted crops at risk as well. June is typically Iowa's wettest month, and nearly a quarter of the state's farmland topsoil is already holding a surplus moisture, leading to flooding and pooling in lower parts of fields. USDA Midwest Climate Hub Director Dennis Tody says that raises several concerns for planted crops in those areas.
The concern always at this point is one, yield. Can we get it long enough through the season to get a yield? And then two, will it get to maturity before the fall freeze?
Current climate projections show possible drier conditions by the middle of the month. In other news, primary voting took place in Iowa and South Dakota on Tuesday, and there were 3 Republican contests in southeast South Dakota for the legislature, where all 3 incumbents defeated challengers. In the primary for the South Dakota Senate District 17 seat, State Senator Sidney Davis got 67% to defeat Jeffrey Church. For the 2 District 17 seats in the South Dakota House, Republican incumbents Bill Shorma of Dakota Dunes and Chris Casson of Vermilion took substantial primary election wins. Nebraska had its primary election in May, and now the fields are set for the November election in South Dakota, Iowa, and Nebraska. That general election will be on November 5th. For Siouxland Public Media News, I'm Brett Hayworth.